to life.
What is that?
I just saw something dark move up in those trees.
Expedition Unknown. Hunt for the Yeti. Brand new on Travel Channel.
This is the top of Mount Foyen in western Norway, looking down at Bergen, the country's second largest city, roughly half size of Oslo. Over 1 million people every year board the Fløibanen funicular to catch a glimpse of the city and the sea. For centuries, Bergen was the Norwegian capital and the country's most important port. They've been selling fish here for almost 1,000 years. Torget is Bergen's main square. A century ago, the colour of the catch was matched by the bustle. Hundreds of fishing boats crowded this area. The money to be made here attracted the attention of the most powerful merchants of the Middle Ages, the Germans of the Hanseatic League. The merchants established a trading settlement here in the 1000s, and by the 1300s, they had the place sewn up. This is where they lived, what was once known as the Tyske Bruggen, or German Quay. Today, it's simply the Bruggen, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and Norway's leading medieval attraction. The original buildings went up in flames in 1702. These were built soon after in the style of the Hansa period, and some have been taken back in time to provide a flavour of how a merchant lived. The Hanseatic Museum brings to life the rigidly policed lifestyle of the Hansa merchants. There was to be no fraternising with the locals, no singing on the job. Even the dimensions of rooms and corridors were carefully regulated. The last German merchant left in 1764, but a century later, salt cod was still playing its part in putting Bergen on the map. This time round, the son of a fish merchant attracted the world's attention with his music. Edvard Grieg is Norway's most famous composer, and he recognised the influence his fishy background had on his music. He once said, "I am sure my music has the taste of codfish in it." A few kilometres south of the city centre is Trollhaugen, the Hill of Trolls, and it's here Grieg spent the last 22 years of his life. His home is now a museum. It tells the story of Grieg's life, but it's the house itself that captures the spirit of the man. It's been preserved much as he left it when he died in 1907. He's buried a couple of minutes away alongside his wife, the singer Nina Hagerup, down by the water's edge. Art and culture are at the heart of today's Bergen, the city that built its reputation on fish.
Fires have been lit, and the game is about to start. Your 4 hours starts right now. Go!
I need a lot of that time.
I need to look at this first.
Yes, everything's here.
It's going well here. This is plenty tripe. Lovely. I'm going to wash the tripe now. See you.
Loving the finished ingredients and really looking forward to get this going. That's actually challenge number one, is not going home, so.
Where's the water?
I'm gonna just stay basic today. We do our home cook. My mother used to make magwinya for me, so I always eat magwinya. And also we're gonna do the runaways.
So I can say it's my favorite dish because my granny likes to cook this. Never like eats those fancy meats.
After this recipe, we're gonna go a little bit of the fine dining style. This one is just a kick.
Ready for you?
Yeah. 4 hours is a bit overkill for this challenge.
I think we're first going to focus and get our dish out and then walk around a bit, see what the other guys are doing.
What we need to do is actually set up this camp now to make it user-friendly to cook. You sift your flour. Oh, sugar.
This first round is definitely a very good opportunity to suss out what's happening. I wish we could taste their food as well, to see how they were the seasoning, because that was the biggest mistake everyone made last year.
Making a bit long. Took ages to find where everything was.
If I hear you say clean one more time, I will scream. The pressure right now.
We get used to cooking on a fire.
Teams, I'm normally the bearer of bad news. However, that's not the case today. I am here to let you know that you're 15 minutes through the challenge, and I want to teach you a mantra that you must adopt throughout the game. Plan, prep, cook, serve. Do those things timelessly, you stand a good chance of staying in the game. Lose your way, run around like chickens without heads on, stand a chance of going home.
Now here, more travel stories for the global explorer.
Here is one of the most beautiful cities on the planet, where some of the world's best seafood is easily accessible.
Huge.
Whoa! I found his tickle spot.
The stuff they find on land is pretty impressive too.
Unbelievable.
Best of all, the people of Vancouver have the passion and the know-how to make the most of what their land and water gives them.
Grilled squid, maybe one of my top 5 favorite street foods.
I'm Andrew Zimmern.
Can we eat those seagulls?
And this is Bizarre Foods America.
You got it? Whoa!
When people make lists of the world's most livable cities, Vancouver, British Columbia is usually someplace near the top. Vancouver has it all. Mountainscapes, deep blue oceans and rivers, soaring forests, all within easy reach by land, sea, or air. Anywhere you look for food in this town is just minutes away from some of the best, freshest ingredients in the world. Case in point, Go Fish. A shipping container turned seafood shack on False Creek Fisherman's Wharf.
How you doing? I'll have the Thai-style coconut fish soup.
You know you're in a real food town when a place like this is serving up food with ingredients like this.
Wow. This is crazy good. I mean, sweet corn, local veg, lime, coconut milk, beautiful broth, big pieces of salmon and halibut. Wow, this is just glorious. Nuanced cooking, too. I mean, there's nothing street stall about this, but here we are.
The fish in Go Fish's soup is provided by Steve Johansson and Frank Keach. Their company is Organic Ocean, supplying fish shacks and top-flight restaurants with the best these waters have to offer.
Vancouver, this is a big commercial fishing harbor here, but within a few miles, we're in crystal clear ocean waters with salmon, cod, spot prawns. We have it all within a few minutes.
We're heading out to harvest spot prawns. They're a Pacific Coast shrimp that's always been wildly popular in Asia, but overlooked closer to home. It was Steve who organized Vancouver's first Spot Prawn Festival. In 7 years, it's grown from 300 attendees to 3,000, and spot prawns have become one of Vancouver's iconic foods. This fjord, about 7 miles from downtown, is Frank and Steve's Spot Prawn Honey Hole.
So you can see the landscape, Andrew, how the mountains go straight up.
Yep.
It basically continues the same type of profile under the ocean.
Right.
Straight down like that with cliffs, and it's quite a rugged place.
The commercial season for spot prawn is over. The recreational season is still underway.
Okay, try that. Nice grab.
The first trap, in relatively shallow water, brings up only small fry.
That's a baby spot prawn, but he's too small, so we're gonna let him go?
Yep.
The second trap, different story. Deeper water, a few hundred yards away in the same channel, gives the shrimp a richer food supply. The seafloor here is more varied, and so are the shrimp species. We've got side stripes, humpbacks.
So that's the humpback.
That's the humpback. That's the coon stripe, the big stripes on it. You see that?
That there.
What is that?
I'm gonna guess it's spot prawn.
And what was your first clue? The spots on there? Right there?
Yo, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say the spots.
It's taxonomically correct to call it a shrimp, not a prawn. A big shrimp with a distinct flavor found only on North America's west coast. The stripes and humps are truly delicious, but the more popular local hero wins the day.
With the spot prawn, you've got firm texture and sweetness, and it has a really singular flavor. These have almost a melon finish to them right at the end. It's just a gorgeous finishing sweetness that I just love.
The next pot brings up a richer haul from even deeper water.
Ooh, a big fatty in there.
Big fatty prawn.
There is a big fatty.
A little deeper and a bigger shrimp, a bigger prawn.
Amazing.
This is what we had at the last set of traps. That size. Look at the size difference.
It's 200 yards.
Yeah, that's right.
Same species.
The sublime tail meat on these spots isn't even the best bite on the beast.
There's the brain, the internal organs, the start of the reproductive. Oh. There's no flavor in the world like the sweet vegetal, almost livery iodine flavor that the head of a fresh spot prawn has. When you cook them, they're delicious. When you eat them raw, you really taste the place.
A day on the water catching spot prawns is just a small taste of what this easy ocean access provides for Vancouver's restaurants and home cooks.
Holy moly.
Huge.
Oh my.
This is the kitchen of Hidekazo Tojo, where wonderful things happen every day.
This is the kind of animal that puts one arm around you and you're done for.
This giant Pacific octopus will be on tonight's menu at Tojo's restaurant. Tojo came to Vancouver from Japan in 1971, before most people in North America ever heard of sushi. His skills in the kitchen and obsessive instinct for sourcing perfect ingredients helped bring Japanese cuisine into the culinary mainstream in what was once a strictly parochial Anglican town. After 40 years, he still goes out on the water almost every day, catching a ride with fishing captains like Stuart McDonald. Our quarry today is Dungeness crab, a more wily opponent than spot prawns.
They ate our bait. Skunked! That's all right. We got more traps. Sometimes we do get robbed here, though.
So how many traps are on this string?
5, I think. Oh, there's some crab, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, a starfish. Can you eat a starfish?
I have. I don't recommend it.
It's late in the season, so the big male crabs are getting scarce.
When you start anticipating fish, hey, look at that.
Yeah, this is...
You see him, Tojo?
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Clunkers. Holy smokes.
Are you kidding me?
We have the best Dungeness crab in the world right here in English Bay.
Gorgeous color, too.
Yeah. These are old timers.
Oh, look at that.
How big are they?
I think this is very close. 2.5.
Yeah, that one's 3 pounds.
That's
the biggest one, I think.
Oh, this is very heavy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
This is Vancouver, after all. Nature frequently adds an unexpected bonus.
Now, are those, like, calcified crabs?
Put your hands on that.
What is it?
It's not a rock.
Rock crab. Yeah, look at it.
No, it's a box crab.
A box crab?
Yeah.
Box crab, eh?
Box crab.
Looks like a box.
Yeah.
It does look like a box, but I mean, you can look at it and see.
Yeah.
Is it edible?
Yes, of course.
The crab's shell is his armor, protection against predators like that giant octopus. I've never seen one of these box